What's up, everybody, and welcome in to another edition of the Sit Down. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure you hit the like button and let me know what you think of the discussion in the comment section below. If you're new around here, you just haven't done it yet, or you're living under a rock and seeing this video for the first time, I don't know what you're waiting for. Hit that subscribe button below now so you never miss another sit down video. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We are here live on a Thursday, February 16th. It's the middle of Feb, and we're back. First time live in a while. It's been a busy week for me. I just got back last night from Chicago, the Windy City, and I wanted to get on and hop on live today and talk a little bit about a new Mafia YouTube channel out in the streets right now. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about a very interesting revelation the individual made on the channel. I'm interested in hearing more from this guy because I got a feeling we're going to get some really interesting information, really on a group that didn't really lead for that long, but they led, and it was pretty recent. And it's one of my favorite families to talk about, the Bonanno crime family. But before we do that, I want to obviously welcome you all in. Thank you for watching. Please do me a favor and check out some of my latest content. I dropped an interview yesterday I did this week on the Sit Down with a guy called Luis Chaparro. I think, to me, it's one of the best interviews I've ever done. There's so much cool and interesting information in there, really fascinating stuff about the Sinaloa cartel. I also did a video on Saturday about Alphonse Little Al Diarco, former Lucchese acting boss who turned informant, and really, I think, is probably one of the most destructive witnesses of all time. I've got a video coming up very soon that I'm going to do on who were the most destructive rats in the history of the mafia, who did the most damage. You know, it's interesting because you look at these folks and you look at them kind of like athletes in a way, because you have guys that did like a Mikey Scars, for instance. He testified in the most with he had the most people that he put in prison, right? I think it was like 80 or so. But then you look at some did more trials than others. You know, Al Diarco did 12 trials. You know, Al Diarco, you look at the level of people he was putting away. You know, who did the most damage? You look at someone like Sal Vitale. Sal Vitale put 50 or so people in prison, and 24 or 5 were eligible for the death penalty in some of the info he gave. So who's the most destructive? I'm going to do a video on that pretty soon. But I welcome you in wherever you're watching from. Thanks for being here. Let me say hello to some folks here. Already 110 people in here. Welcome in. Thanks for watching, man. Make sure you say hello in the chat or hit the like button. Let's freaking go. Jeff, what's up? Nicholas, how you doing? Little Pink says, big hello from St. Helens in England. How are you, Little Pink? Glad to have you. Harry L., hello from Glasgow, the UK, showing love. Love to see it. There's a new Mafia content channel. What's the channel? Well, you have to watch. That's what I'm going to talk about. Chris Thomas, what's up, my man? AC here, Atlantic City. I love Atlantic City, one of my favorite places. Joe Antonora, how you doing, my man? Welcome in. Phil Anastasi Jr., what's up? I'm doing well. Michael Marchese, what's up from Myrtle Beach, aka Pittsburgh South? I've never heard it regarded as that. That said, welcome in. Pat, what's up, my man? Good to see you, brother. The Sinaloa cartel content was fired. Thank you, Rolex. I appreciate that. Alfie Matthews, greetings from the UK. Love the channel. Keep up the great work. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. You're very kind. It means a lot that folks from all over the world enjoy this content. And I will also say, guys, this is a very important part of the show today. We are going to undergo some very nice changes to this channel. Changes that aren't going to change the content. It's just going to change the look of the content. We're going to up some of the production value, and Barstool Sports is going to help me do that. So I'm very excited about that. We've done the heavy lifting, guys, and it's all about you. You are the reason, okay? When you go to Barstool, and this is what makes Barstool so different, they don't give just everyone a podcast. And the people that earn podcasts on their network have to perform. This very show has done that. There are about 50 brands at Barstool. We are in the top 30. So this is a brand that is starting to mean something to the company. We're making it money, and we need to up the production value. So what you're going to start seeing is better thumbnails. You're going to start seeing better production. You're going to start seeing better quality. I do these things and they're very basic and rudimentary, right? Everything I do is just in front of a screen. We're going to do some post-production quality stuff with it and just really kind of make the videos look nicer. So I'm pretty excited about that. So keep a lookout for that. I will say, if you'd like to give to the channel, it'd be very appreciative. There are some things that I do have to pay for myself, whether it's travel or equipment or whatever. So if you'd like to give to the channel, I would greatly appreciate if you could. Please just hit the like button. That's very helpful. But if you'd like to send in a super chat, you're welcome to it. Just hit the little $ in the chat box, or you can give to my Cash App, which I just posted in the video. Hey, John, how you doing? What's up, John? John DeGrazia. Someone's grandma. What's up, Jeff? Really enjoy your channel. Thank you. Glad to hear you're someone's grandma. You seem like a nice person. Atlanta in the house. What's up, my man? Salmuccio, Greg B, what's good? Air Zism says, I just subbed. Well, I'm glad to have you, Air Zism. Thank you for being here. I hope you enjoy what we do here on this channel. All you mother blanks, make sure to hit the like button. Yes, please do. I'm trying to curse less. Hopefully that'll help my pushing the videos out. I curse sometimes too much. Thank you, a Florida attorney. You the man. Thank you, Rolex. Richard Gerard says, good afternoon. Good afternoon, my friend. All right, guys, I'm going to get to some of the discussion I want. I'm get to some of your other comments here right after we get to that. But there's a new Mafia YouTube channel out there. And I've said before, this genre is starved for new content. Okay, we look at kind of where we are, right? There are two types of Mafia content. There are folks that were in that cohort and are telling stories about their lives, i.e., Michael Franzese, Sammy Gravano, John A. Light, Michael D. Leonardo, Bobby Luisi, Arulata, Frank Fiordolino, all these different folks. Some of them have their own channels. Some of them go on other shows. They are former people that were involved in this life, right? And then there are people like myself who are more historically based. We like to talk about the history. We like to talk about things that are going on, kind of the reporters, if you will. Now, I'm not a journalist, but I kind of am, half one. So it's me, it's RJ Roger, it's OC Shorts, it's Scott Bernstein, it's Jay Coletti, it's Mooney Dashcam, it's Wise Guy TV, it's NYC Crime Spot. We kind of have the pulse on telling the stories of these individuals, okay? And like I've said before, we have heard a lot of the stories. You look at some of the creators that I mentioned, the people that were in that life, they're running out of things to talk about, right? They're talking about TV shows and political things and the border and stuff that's not Mafia related because they're running out of content. And you look at some of the only people that have stayed in the genre that are still talking about the genre are Panisi, Jimmy Calandra. But even them, they run out of stuff to talk about. You have to go different ways. So we need new people. And recently, this individual on the left in the red popped up. By the way, shout out to the early 2000s velour sweatsuit short combo. I had one of those myself. The individual in the middle is Vinny Gorgeous Baciano, and the individual to the left in the red is a man called Dominic Ciccheli. Now, Ciccheli was essentially Vinny Baciano's number two. He was a killer. He was a mobster, and he was someone who was very connected to Vinny Gorgeous Baciano. He has come out of the shadows now, Dom Ciccheli, and has a YouTube channel. And what I'm going to do is I'm urging all of you. I don't know Dom. I've actually tried to reach out to him on Instagram. I urge you guys to check out his content. He's a very interesting individual, and he's got a new interesting channel called Mafia Roundtable. The first episode is titled Mikey the Nose is to Get Whacked, 2005 St. Valentine's Day Massacre, Season 1, Episode 1. And what Dominic Ciccheli is attempting to do is talk about his exploits in the Bonanno crime family. Pretty interesting stuff. I've always said the Bonannos are really, to me, the most interesting family, the one that I enjoy talking about the most. I love the era of like the Joey Massino, Sal Vitale, Vinny Gorgeous, Tony Green, Joe Camerano Sr., Dom Ciccheli, this group. I found them to be really interesting. And remember, it all led up to Joey Massino cooperating. Now, Dom Ciccheli is a cooperator. However, he was someone that was very instrumental in really kind of the rise of Vinny Gorgeous. He was around Mikey the Nose. He was around Anthony Donato. He was around the Bronx guys up in the Bonanno crime family. And this is an individual that committed murder. He was involved with killing Frank Santoro. He was involved with setting up the hit on Randy Pizzola. I mean, Dom Chicali was very important in the Vinny Gorgeous faction, right? That group. Now, Vinny Gorgeous was only the boss for about a year before he got arrested, and ultimately Joey Messina recorded him, if you remember, in the bullpen at MDC with kind of trying to see, Vinny Gorgeous wanted to kill a prosecutor. Joey Messina essentially says, well, what are you going to gain by doing that? So this is a really interesting thing, and I'm really interested in seeing what Dom is going to cook up on this channel, because you look at the first story, he basically tells a story that in 2005, when Vinny Gorgeous went away, the new kind of guy on the street was Michael the Nose Mancuso, who is today what the government calls the boss of Bonanno crime family. We've heard about Michael recently. He's embroiled in this, not a war, but a back and forth with a shelved member of the family, Joe Camerano Jr. He's ordering beatings at funerals, things like that. Back then, this was really kind of the first we saw him as a leader. And according to Dom Chicali in this show, he said that he was ordered by Vinny Gorgeous Basciano to have Michael the Nose Mancuso killed. He would say that once everything kind of figured its way out, he was really, Vinny Gorgeous, sick of Michael the Nose on the street. He wasn't doing what he was supposed to do. He wasn't following correct orders. And Dom Chicali talks about how they wanted to send an individual, PJ Pisciotti, who became a made member, to kill Mikey on Valentine's Day in 2005. And that the orders were disseminated to the street through Dominic Chicali. So it was pretty interesting. Now, this obviously never went down, but Pisciotti was made in 97. He became an acting capo. He was related to a guy called Charlie Masillo. He was a old-time capo from the Bronx. Pisciotti ultimately became a cooperator as well. But kind of an interesting story. And it's kind of interesting to think about, what if Michael would have been killed? Because Michael the Nose Mancuso has been a fucking lunatic, right? He's done a lot of dumb shit recently. And we've talked pretty openly about that. He is, I think, really the biggest problem that the five families have. There is no commission anymore. But you have to wonder, people like Menino and Balomo and, Ragusa and some of these top end guys, what are they thinking of this type of behavior? Because we know there is an edict right now. No murders, no nonsense. Now, Mancuso, it's not like he's getting orders from people. He does what he wants. And I'm sure they're looking at it and saying, this guy's a fucking mess. If this is the 80s, Mancuso's killed. We saw what Galante, what happened to him. You don't follow the rules in the 80s under like the Gambino and the Castellano and the Salerno and all that stuff, you're killed, right? Straight up. That's always been a rule. You don't follow the rules in the mob, see you later. But this is what the mob is now. It's a joke. They don't do anything. They don't have any sort of social standing in the criminal element. They don't have the ability to kill people. They've completely been hamstrung by the federal government. And this is one thing when we look at the government, when we look at the FBI, this is a corrupt organization. We know the FBI is. However, the one success they've had is stamping out the mafia. They've done a very good job of completely hamstringing them as an organization. They can't do anything anymore. They can't rule with the same iron fist they used to. And the truth of the matter is, one of the last people to be part of the era where you could still kill people was Vinny Gorgeous and the Dom Chicali group. That's why this is such an interesting channel. I think it has a lot of potential. And I would love to speak to Dom. I'm really hoping we can get him on the show. I'm going to work at that tirelessly. So hopefully we can make that happen. But I would urge you guys to go check this channel out. I think it's going to be really, really interesting. And I think it's going to really present us with some really good stuff coming up. Shows are getting better and better with each one. Thank you, Pat. And if anyone has any comments on this, I'd love to hear from you. What do you think about it? I just watched you on Barstool, Chi-Town. Good show. How the hell are you doing? I'm doing really well, Wicked. Thanks for asking. All is well. Noah Jones says, most respect for Sammy. All right. Tony Kamai, what's up, my man? Yeah, Michael is a good man, and Pat's a good dude as well. I love seeing Pat on here. Thank you, Derek. Welcome in, bro. See No Evil, what's up, Jeff? How are you doing? I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. Antimonin says, greetings from Finland. Great stuff again, like always. You know, I gotta admit, guys, I love seeing people from America in here. I love seeing everybody, but it is super cool when I see someone from another country, you know, whether it's Finland or, you know, England or Scotland or Australia. It's so cool that we have the ability to touch so many people. You know, we can all learn from each other. There's so much interesting things out there, and so many people know about the American Mafia. It's pretty cool. I'm so happy with that. So welcome in, Anta. Thanks for checking out the show. Springfield, Mass. Greg B. What up? What up? Matty R. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we got some new stuff coming out too. We did a dog walk earlier on the federal system. We got some other funny stuff coming out. So yeah, keep that up. Daryl Peoples. Thanks, my man. Appreciate you. Well, it might be all every country in the United Kingdom might check in. We got Wales, we got Scotland, and um, we've got England. So we just need Ireland and some of the other places. We'll be good to go. All right. Well, I don't know why that would make you want to do that, but thank you. Billy Catolo, my man. How you been, bro? I gotta text you, man. It's been a while. Hope all is well. Hope all is well. Good man right there, Bill Catolo. You know, Bill's a guy that never has made any bones about him. They killed his father. He wanted to kill them, but he knew if he did, he'd go to prison. So he cooperated. Bill Catolo is, you know, people always ask me, do you have any, like, do you think a rat's a rat, or is there, if you say a rat's a rat, you're a fucking idiot. Seriously, you're very stupid. Because there are so many different things where you look at someone's experiences and you say, okay, like, why did you do what you did? Now, Bill Catolo had his father who, you know, maybe they had beefs at times. Maybe he hurt him at times. Maybe they had issues at times. But in the end was his father, his blood, the man that brought him into this world. And the individuals in that family manipulated him and killed him. But that's the life. We know it. Bill will tell you that. And Bill will tell you that he wanted to kill Jackie DeRoss. In fact, he had been very close to doing it. But instead, he did another thing. And I got to tell you, I think if you have a problem with that, I think you're the problem. Just being honest. I'd do the same thing. Now, I got to be honest. If someone hurt my dad or my mom, I wouldn't really care about going to jail. I would kill them. I'd be a hero. I wouldn't really care. And if a jury convicts me of that, so be it. I think Bill all of us would be totally behind him. And if he did do that, but you know what? He got Jackie DeRoss back in the end. So it all worked out. Derek, thanks for watching, man. Joey Frakes, welcome in. Thanks, Joel Good. I appreciate that. Thank you, Kent Kyle Wright. I appreciate that. Daryl Peoples, my man. Thanks for watching. Great channel, brother, says Al. Thanks, Al. Hey, Jeff, what's up, Better Times? 200 people in here, you know, kind of a spontaneous show. I scheduled this pretty quickly, but if you're watching on the replay, welcome in. If you guys have any questions, you're welcome to ask. You're welcome to, let me know what's up. I would love to see more Mexican organized crime content. What's happening in Mexico is crazy. I think what I'm going to do, guys, probably is I'm going to create a Patreon channel for that kind of stuff. Unfortunately, I just can't. It's not allowed on YouTube. They don't monetize it. They don't really want it. And we can't really talk about it. So I think we're going to do that. I'm going to speak to a friend of mine who's in that content world as well. Maybe see if he has some interest in coming on and doing some content. Maybe we can both kind of monetize it for ourselves. But I love talking about that stuff. But to truly get the essence of it, you really just can't talk about it on YouTube. That's the problem. John Marazzi says, great channel. Love it. Thank you, John. I appreciate it. Jeff, your shows are very informative. Really enjoy what you bring to the table. Keep up the good work. From Richmond, Virginia. Thank you, Christopher. That means a lot to hear from you. Thanks so much. Thanks, awesome. Thank you, Pat. Thank you, Pat. Everybody, like I said, go subscribe to that channel. You can really just type in Mafia Roundtable and you'll find Dom's work. So check that out. It's going to be interesting to hear Dom Chikeli. We have not heard from anyone outside of Brooklyn and Queens on YouTube. Looking forward to hearing from a fresh Bronx perspective. That's a good point, actually. That's a really good point. I agree wholeheartedly. That's so true. History is the key to the future. Enjoy the history mixed in with the mob guys' lives. Would love to share how you do your research. It's impeccable. Well, I try, man. Maybe sometime I'll do that. What's up, James? How are you, man? I appreciate you watching the show, man. Thank you. Was Dominic Chikeli a made man? Yes, he was. He was a capo regime. Mafia Roundtable. Wayne Klingeman, what's up? Jeff, when you reach out to members of the mob or ex-members, what is their first reaction? Well, a lot of them, will say like they know my channel or they get it. Some will say they don't want to talk. I've talked to many people, even like people that no one has ever heard from, that just tell me no, like I'm never going to talk. I talked to a son of a very big guy, someone that no one's heard of, heard from, who's in WITSEC right now. And I just kind of said to him, look, if I could guarantee anonymity, you wouldn't see their face, we do it behind like a curtain, would he speak? And like you get like a lot of the time, oh, maybe, we'll think about it. And I just kind of let them know, hey, I'm here if you want to speak. Some people come to me. I've had people come to me. What's their reaction? I don't really speak to members of the mob. I've gotten emails from people that say they're connected to people that are in the life, but you never really know. I have spoke to people that are in that world. Most of them, they just say, I don't or can't speak and I won't ever speak. Or maybe we could talk about other things and I would do that. But yeah, usually it's only, you only get either yes or no. Like I'll speak. And look, if you're an active guy, you're not going to come on here. It's just not going to happen. But there are people that haven't come on YouTube that were in WITSEC that still haven't talked. And I've tried to get in touch with those folks as well. We'll see. Kevin Quigg, great catch. Seeing you live. Props from Northern Ireland. There we go. So we got Northern Ireland, we got Wales, we got England, and we got Scotland. Can we get Ireland? Is anyone from Ireland here? I want all five. My man caught the Chicago episode. Well done. Thank you, Rob Fasoli. What's up, Jeff? Always great content. Thank you, Lance. I appreciate that. In my opinion, they only stamped out the mafia, good or bad, by violating the Constitution. How so? So none of them were part of the mafia, Dirty Mike? None of them were killers and extortion artists? That was all made up? Joe Root, what's up? And they definitely, did things they shouldn't, but let's stop acting like there's no mafia. I think the Bonanno family is the one family where we can definitely state who the boss is. Yes, well said. And I've said that before. Who's the boss of all these families? It could be just kind of, shadowy figures. Jeff, who isn't a cooperator nowadays? It's really funny. There are a few stand-up guys, very few far in between. You keep making the sharp moves. I will try to. Trapaholics, my man. Trapaholics is a good dude. A lot of followers. Loves the show. He was one of the first like big kind of, people on the internet that have contacted me and said they love my show. One of the coolest thing are when like famous people or people that are, I wouldn't say Trapaholics is famous, but he has a good following. He's a lot of followers on Instagram and stuff like that. When they contact you and say they like your show. Jerry Ferrara, who plays Turtle on Entourage, he was in Power. He loves the show. He listens to the show weekly. Kevin Connolly, who was in Entourage as well. I've talked to those guys, just great dudes. It's cool when you see people that they like the show as well. Jeff annoys me sometimes, but his show is so good I can't stay away. Talented guy. Thank you. What do I know you about? I'd be curious to know. Just curious. Kid Joe says, great content. Thank you. I'm not going to say that word. No reason to, but thank you. Jonathan Jurgensen. You should interview Tommy Dades. I'm sure he could talk about a lot of New York mobsters. I would if I could find a way to contact him. I'll tell you what. You know, one of the toughest people to contact in this genre, one of the toughest people who is a conduit to people like Tommy Dades, fucking Jimmy Calandra. That motherfucker's phone is never on. And then he'll call you, Jeff, how you doing? You know, it's out of nowhere. I've been trying to get connected to him and to people forever, but he doesn't answer the goddamn phone. Thomas Tracase, thank you, brother. God bless to you as well. What's up? YT's Most Wanted, my man. Good to see you, Bill. Mikey did 25 years over 2 bids, and we supposed to believe Chikali. You can see Chikali's hatred towards Mike, so we supposed to believe he's a rat. Well, then don't believe him. Who's asking you? So I guess you respect Michael the Nose. Good for you. Never met the guy. You have no allegiance to him, but you just hate rats. Grow up, dude. Seriously. Don't believe him then. If you don't want to, don't. If he's not telling the truth, then he's not telling the truth. We don't know that. But history tells us that it's probably true. Probably. It's interesting information nonetheless. I've always said, dude, AJ, from the beginning I started this channel, take these individuals' info with a grain of salt. Okay? Do your own research. Okay, but time would tell us that a lot of the things that Michael the Nose Mancuso is involved in is stupid. He does a lot of devious things. We can see today he's done a lot of devious things. It's probably probable that he was a power tripper and Vinny Gorgeous was getting sick of his behavior, because a lot of people have gotten sick of his behavior. So don't believe him. It's up to you. The Easty Kid, what's up, my man? Thank you, bro. Thank you. Don't talk about other creators in here. Kid Joe, don't be talking about other creators. If anybody does that, they're out of here. You're not going to talk about other creators. I don't, that doesn't happen on this show. Don't do it. Have you noticed when the Mafia was around, we didn't have as much crime? They took care of the neighborhoods when they were strong people through thought twice. Yeah, you're right about that. I've made that clear. Do you think some of the shit would go on in Harlem or the Upper West Side, the Upper East Side with a John Gotti or a Sony Salerno or a Chin walking around? Of course not. There are a few others that say Mancuso is not well liked. No, he's not well liked. Did Frank Matthews work for Big Paul? No, he didn't. LEC, great show. Thank you, LEC. I did a show on Frank Matthews on our podcast. You can find it in the description of this video. Go subscribe. One thing I know for sure, Mike, Vinny, and John Sr. Spirito were tight. Yes, they absolutely were. You had a cohort in the Bronx, Michael the Nose, John Spirito, Vinny Gorgeous, Chikali, Donato, all those guys up in the Bronx. You're 100% correct on that. The funeral parlor thing was an embarrassment. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Johnny D, thanks for all the great work. Johnny D, thank you. And by the way, I guarantee Michael the Nose Mancuso knows about our channel. I guarantee he does. You don't think he's happy with me? I'm sure he's not. Well, I'm not in the Mafia. You don't think he wants me gone or to stop doing this stuff? Probably. He seems like a nut. But his behavior is embarrassing. It is. And he can say what he wants. But I'm not in that world. So I'm the same at this point as the people that came before me. Now, they were obviously working for big news agencies, but I do too. I work for Barstool Sports. You don't think I'll go up to the Bronx and knock on his social club's door? Better believe I will. I'll do it to any of these guys. I'm here to get the story, Love the channel, my man. Thank you, Kanish. Thank you, brother. Whitey took care of South Boston, also poisoned it with drugs. Now, Whitey's a scumbag, complete scumbag. He's another one. Any interest in plans to do a show on Irish Boston townie John Willis, who became a Chinatown mob boss? I've heard of him. Maybe. We have to get more to the scene of the crime. Gourmet Ghetto, fascinating story. What's up, my man? Thanks for watching. XX says, you don't rat. You either stand up or you're a punk. You handle your business. I don't talk shit. I back up what I say. Well, we don't know that. We don't know who you are. Good for you. I'm not in crime, so I don't really care. I will say this, XX, there's one thing I agree with you on. If you commit crimes, you should take your prison sentence. I agree with that 100%. That said, there are people that if you killed my father, I could understand why you would cooperate 100%. But yeah, if you're robbing banks and robbing homes and stuff, and you decided to do that, my personal opinion is I agree with you. But again, I don't include my personal opinion. What these people do is their own business. That's their life and their decision. So, do I personally agree with Dom Chikali or Mikey Scars or Bill Cotolo or whoever? Probably not. You know, if I was a killer in a mafia and I did all this shit, made all this money and had all this power, and then I get arrested, I just say, oh, that guy did this, that guy did that, that guy did this, that guy did that. Yeah, I'd probably have a problem doing that. But I'm not in that world, and I don't want to face those problems, so I don't do it. What is my opinion on Mikey's scars? Is he credible? Listen, I'm not commenting on that. I've talked very openly about how I like Mikey. He's a great guy. His channel's terrific. Do some of you people live under a rock? And I know Lacoste, you're always in here. So I think some of you guys are just looking to start trouble, and it's not going to work because RJ and Michael are friends of mine, and it's not going to happen. You know damn well what I think about those guys. And to ask it, you're just looking to start trouble. Luis Chaparro is legit. Yes, he is. He's a great guy. Glad to hear it, James White. Would you ever want to be a gangster? Is that maybe the reason you talk about this stuff? Jeff, are you a gangster? No, I'm not. Who is John Willis? He was an individual that became part of the Chinese mob or a gang in a Chinese area. White guy. That cartel stuff is great. My guy Jack Llewellyn's podcast on Camarena is very educational. Yeah, I'm going to do an episode on Kiki Camarena's death very soon. Kenneth Wagster, what's up, Kenneth? Thanks for watching, bro. 244 people in here. Welcome in. Thank you for joining the show. Do me a favor and hit that like button. If you'd like to give to the channel, please feel free to send in a super chat or a cash app. I went ahead and dropped my cash app in the chat box if anyone would like to give to the Cash App fund. Bully B, love from the UK. What up, Bully B? Just tuned in. I missed what the new channel is. Dom Chikali's got a new channel called Mafia Roundtable. Props to Turtle for bagging Meadow. Yes, that is true. Season 5, he got jerked on the plane on the way back from Hawaii. That's correct. Actually, also dated her in real life. A lot of people don't know that. He's a great guy, Jerry. Just one of the nicest people in the world. I talked to Jerry a few times on the phone. We talked once for about an hour. You talk about a guy that I think could really put out some great gangster content is Jerry. And I'm trying to get him to do an idea that he's been talking about doing. It would be so cool. You guys would love it. Jerry's from Bensonhurst. A lot of people don't know that. And Jerry grew up in the years of like when Jimmy Calandra and the boys were running the streets, Jerry was a couple of years younger. And Jerry's talked openly about, living in Bensonhurst. He's got a really cool idea. And I hope down the road he does it because it's super cool. He's a great guy. And so is Kevin. Kevin Connolly's a great guy as well. What is your favorite family to discuss? Bonanos. Bonanos, absolutely. I don't jump down anyone's throat. I only jump down people's throats that deserve it. I'm not a sucker, Dirty Mike. I'm not going to sit here and let people just be a dick to me. It's not going to happen. I command my show. I think to me, I don't demand respect, but I'm a professional, right? And I feel like we are all adults here. And we all can behave a certain way. If someone wants to get on me because they call me a scumbag and I respond and I'm the bad guy, screw you, man. I don't really get your opinion, Mike. I'm not going to sit here and let people be a douche or just talk stupid. If you want to come on here and have a eloquent conversation, we can do that. But if you're going to come on here and just be a douche or talk shit about people and then get all mad when I respond, well, so be it. Anthony Galanti, what's up, my brother? How are you? Nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Splashy135. Thank you, brother. He says, great OBH piece. Thank you. Yeah, I really know a lot about that situation, Arab. I try to do other content. It's not easy. This is a Mafia channel in the end. A lot of people like the mob content. But thank you for sharing the channel, man. It means a lot to me. So much. Thank you. It sounds interesting. Yeah, check it out. I don't like rats, but they have a story to tell. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Bambi Palermo. How are you, Bambi? Thanks for watching. Mustache Pete, my man. What's up, brother? How are you? Anthony Bellino says, can we get a podcast about the Tanglewood boys coming from a Yonkers guy? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Sorry, Jeff. I was trying to point you in the right direction into Mexico content. I don't know what you're talking about. All right. I know for a fact a lot of shit going on in Chicago wouldn't be happening if the outfit held the power it once did. I'd love to see you do a couple of streams on Chicago, fellas. By the way, salute. I do, and I will. Absolutely. By the way, I just came home from Chicago yesterday. I was there for a couple of days. What a cool city. What a great city. Underrated city. A lot of people call it out for what it is and it isn't. I'm sure it's dangerous in certain places, but I had a great time. I went to a lot of good restaurants. By the way, shout out to Volare on Grand Avenue. Amazing food. Shout out to my guy Dante who took me there. Awesome. I got chicken parm. I got some meatballs, sausage and peppers. We had some all sorts of stuff. It was awesome. Shout out to Volare on Grand Avenue. The owner, Benny, awesome guy. Very good dude from Sardinia. Good dude. Very nice. Go check out Volare if you're in Chicago. I highly recommend it. I also went to Billy Goat Tavern, which I've wanted to go to forever. I love the burgers. They were awesome. It's a low-level, like, dingy place, but it's historical, and it was awesome. The burgers were so good. Any burger, better than any place you're going to go. It's super low-key. Looks like it's the 60s in there. Awesome vibe. Thank you, Jane. Thank you, Jane. Steve Blair, how's it going, brother? Thank you, Bambi. Never going to stop. Never going to stop. Exactly. Exactly. All RJ does is analyze. Yes, he does. He analyzes history. I'm glad you watched, Bambi. Thanks for being here. That's all good, man. They give up a lot of points, man, defensively. So that was a big problem. What's the channel name? A Mafia Roundtable. Knocking on Mikey the Nose Social Club door would go viral. Correct. It would. I'd be shooed away. Get the hell out of here, motherfucker. Can you do a show on Meyer Lansky? I already have. Click the video. Click the podcast in the description of the video. And please subscribe. We did a episode on Meyer Lansky a long time ago. Thank you, Anthony. James Kerrins, free Gene Morello. No, Gene needs to be in jail. Gene's been misbehaving. Hello, Jeff. Edward Everett, what's up? Your mix of extremely factual and interesting content presented so intelligent makes this channel kick-ass. Thank you, Lance 40 or 33. Welcome in, my friend. 250 people in here. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. I appreciate all of you for being here. Let me check something real quick here, folks. I want to just check something out here. All right. No super chats. Come on, guys. You guys are mean. I do a lot of good work on this channel. I don't ask for anything. There's nothing wrong with content creators being paid for their time. Remember, this is my life. This is my life. I hope Jeff doesn't want to be a gangster. Of course not. Who would want to be one? Pazzo 413 here as well. Where's 413? I'm usually good with area code. I don't know where that is. Let me see. 413 area code is in Massachusetts. There you go. Well, welcome in, bro. Josh Brown, how do you get your opinions heard on here? I write north of Times and never get an answer. I answered your question a while ago. Hope everything is well. Enjoy your content. Thank you, Larry. I'm a little behind in the chat, so if I haven't got to you, that's why. Do you know what's going on with the Frank Cali case? Yeah, the individual is in a psych ward. And that's where he's going to stay, as far as I know. Does Barstool Sports pay you? Do they pay your overhead, direct, or suggest what percentage of the content? No, they don't suggest any content. I do everything on my own. I put out what I want to put out. Do I get paid? Yes, I'm an employee of the company for sure. Do you pay my overhead? I don't have much overhead. But yeah, if I go to Chicago, they pay for me to go there. Sure. But no, I mean, I do a lot of my own content. You still didn't answer the question. I like your channel, but jumping over questions is not good for your show. I'll do what I want. What question did you have? I don't understand what question you have. Some of you people don't ask questions. You just say dumb stuff. I'm not answering questions on Mikey Scars. I've made it very clear about my love for that channel and what they do. I don't need to answer it any further, and I won't answer it any further because there's nothing else to say, La Cosa Nostra. You, my friend, just don't seem to understand that. I grew up with John Willis. Yeah, listen, like I said, I'll look into it. It's not something I know much about, so I can't comment on it. Why do you say it took so long for Joe Pruitt to get made? Why would you say it took so long? That's a good question. I don't know. I mean, obviously the books are closed for a long period of time. He wasn't high on the totem pole. Really, just kind of was a hitter. I can't answer that. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. How long do I think Mikey Mancuso has as boss? I don't know. It's a good question. I mean, there's no one that's really looking, I think, take the family over. So I think it's going to be him for the period of time. Where can we see the Shy Night Out content on Stool Scenes Enjoying the Mob? It actually comes out, I think, Thursday, their Stool Scenes. So you can check it out later today. Go subscribe to Barstool Chicago. It'll all come out there. Did you drop the link to the new show? No, I didn't, but I'll do it again. Go subscribe to Dom Chikali's new channel. Thanks for your videos from England. Thank you, Darren Knock. You're not asking hard questions. What do you not understand? Look, Coach Nostra, you want to come on the show? You don't have to show your face, but I want to kind of tell you to your face, what's your problem, dude? Seriously, I don't get it. I don't get why you're trying to start a fight here. There's no fight. You haven't asked hard questions, and I literally go over every comment here. Every comment. We can tell that you're much more seasoned when it comes to talking about other people and creators' shoes. You're rubbing shoulders with some of the big people. Good for you. I hope you keep growing 100. Thank you, James Wright. Thank you so much. That's so much, so cool to hear. Thank you, bro. What professional has guys on his show and then slags them off? I don't know what you're talking about. Any thoughts on doing content on how Arizona has become the intersection point between members of the Banana, the outfit, and members of the partnership? I'll look into it. Thank you, Walt. Yeah, I love talking to Scott. Him and I have some great content together. I will, Dark Horse. And by the way, next week, Frank Calabrese is going to be on the show. Frank Calabrese, if you're familiar with Chicago, Frank Calabrese is a very interesting dude. We're going to talk about another guy that was involved with his father. That's going to be an interesting show. Chi-Town is awesome. Yes, it is. How do you get your info from Google? What do you mean? Just type usually. That's how it works. I wonder, where would I get info? I got to wonder, we're in a history genre. Boy, I would love to have some of you folks come on here and explain how this all works. Any of you are welcome. I'll drop the link if anybody wants it. Do you have an interview date certain for the Sika interview? What's Seka? I don't know what that is. I don't know what you're talking about. There's not been 247 murders in one. Do you know how many murders that is? That's not true at all. Maybe in several months, but do you know what ancestry Jimmy Heidel was? I believe Irish. I don't know the offhand. Thank you for your kind words about my hometown. Your channel is excellent. Thank you, Aldo. Stone Sailor, what's up, my man? How you doing, brother? I'm doing well, Walter. What's up, William? Yeah, it's a cool place, man. It's a cool place. Yeah, well, not many are very good, though. You have a good channel, though. There's not many good ones, though. Yeah, maybe someday I will. Jesse Roth, how are you? How many times do I jerk off a day? Not much. I don't watch porn anymore, so I don't jerk off much at all, to be honest. I regularly have sex with women, so I don't need to jerk off. You probably do because you seem like a fucking troll, but I don't need to do that. Where in Philly do you live? I don't live in Philly. I live outside of Philly. I live in a town called Lancaster. You're in Maryland. Oh, very interesting. Have you ever watched OG Shadow's channel? I've heard of it. I'm not going to comment on OG Shadow at this time. Seems like a nice kid, but I don't know much about him, to be honest. Yep, I am asking for it, as any content creator should. You wouldn't understand that though, because you're not a content creator. Let me ask you, not me. Do you get paid by your job? Of course you do. So don't ask me to not get paid for mine. I don't know who you think you are coming on this channel. You watch all the content, don't you, though? And you don't have to. I'm just asking. If you'd like to, you're welcome to. That's all. I don't need to explain to you folks why I have commercials on my shows. I don't do this for free, guys. Sorry. If you don't want to listen to my show because you have to watch a commercial or two, here's an idea, not me. Stop being cheap and buy YouTube Premium. All you people always like something. You always want something to complain about. Like I said, I could cure cancer, and some of you folks would complain it wasn't done fast enough. Evan Barrios, much love from Louisville. What's up, Evan Barrios? How you doing, bro? Um, oh, thank you, Bambi. That's nice of you. $10. You're very kind. Um, have you ever done anything on George Borghese? No, I have not. I have not. Tommy Lawler, what's up from the South Side? What up, South Side? Good to see you in here. Good to see you in here. Thank you, Kyle Wright. Jersey in the house. What up, Billy Bats? Jeff, are you with us? Are you down with our gang? What do you mean, Stone Sailor? Is that the real Stone Sailor? Michael D. Leonardo Jr., what's up, Jr.? How are you, bro? Hope all is well. Glad to see the good content continues to go out on the No Excuses Patreon. Shout out to those guys. Mike is a good man. $9.99 from YT's Most Wanted. Boston's kicking up. Good to hear. Thank you, bro. Appreciate that. A Jeff Fort video would be dope. Yes, I'm gonna do Jeff Fort for sure. Probably Larry Hoover as well. How do I get a job at Barstool? I don't know. I guess you got to know the right people. You know, it takes a while. You got to be selected, I guess, in a way. Maybe you and I should do some content together. Thank you, TV. That's nice. I try to. I try to. I'm going to stay on for another 10 or so minutes, guys, and then I got to get off. I got to do a call and do a radio station here. An Aaron Jones video would be good. Yes, I will do that, sure. Have you ever done a podcast on Marcello? Yes. Click the link in the description. Guys, listen, all the people you want me to do shows on, I've done them on my podcast. We're almost at 100 episodes. We've talked about Marcello and Meyer Lansky and Tony Salerno and Tony Ducks and Roy DeMeo and Nino Gaggi and all these different people. Mad Sam, Tony Spilotro. Click the link in the description. Spotify, iTunes, subscribe. Whether you're an Android or iPhone user, subscribe. Carlos Harris says, I love this channel. Thank you, Carlos Harris. Oh, thanks, bro. I didn't even see you in here, JC. Thank you. I appreciate that. $5 super chat. The success of your channel is the premiere when it comes to legit mob history speaks for itself. No one does it better. Keep it up. Thank you, bro. You're the man. Thank you, JC. Love hearing from you, bro. You're a funny motherfucker. I've always said that. Kyle Wright, best Barstool creator. Thank you, Kyle Wright. $10. I appreciate you, my bro. Thank you for being here. Carlos Harris, $10. Thank you, Carlos Harris. That's very thoughtful of you. Thank you for showing love, man. Is Rude Eye still in jail? Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Thank you, Tommy Lawler. I appreciate that. Yes, I enjoyed doing that one. Walter DeBarros, $5 super sticker. Thank you, Walter. Thank you. Exactly. Some of these people are just stupid. They don't know how anything works. Because then I would get called out because I don't answer their questions. I answer every question. How was the pizza in Chicago? I didn't have any pizza. I didn't have any pizza. Do I think that there's evidence in the new Hoffa disappearance? Any thoughts or info? No, I haven't seen that. I'll have to check it out. I don't believe so though. Scott Bernstein would be the guy. Um, does good and plenty still exist? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. I've heard that. I've heard that. I got to look into it. There is no Amish Mafia. It was just a television show. Vincent Ross, I'm residing in Harrisburg. Great content. Love you, Vincent. Thanks, bro. Jeff, don't get these basement dwellers 1 second of your time. Go eat a dick, dwellers. Yes, yes. Okay, yeah, that's a fake stone sailor. Okay, that's what I figured. My apologies. I figured it was. I spotted that pretty quickly. I'm commenting because I don't get ads. I'm asking because you preface your comment with something like, I'm not getting anything. I don't ask for anything, and then asked. Well, I will ask, and you'll like it, or you'll just go watch something else. I'm not going to explain to you why I ask for donations. If you want to give them, you can. Well, I've never received one from you. So that said, you shouldn't ask then. You should know how it all works here. I'm so tired of hearing from you people that want to complain because commenters or creators ask for cash. Don't give any. Nobody's complaining. Just know that this is how we like to make money for our channels. YouTube Premium is totally worth the money. Do you get paid something from YouTube for YouTube Premium members? How does that work? I don't know of anything. Not sure. Not sure. You can get a nice Doberman in Lancaster. Yes, you get a lot of good dogs here in general. I don't believe I did. No. But listen, guys, I will say if you're going to contact me about trying to come on the show and you want to like tell your story or something, you got to send me proof. I'm not going to just believe you're related to somebody. I don't know why you emailed me or what your email was, but and to be honest, guys, I don't, you know, family members like I would obviously love to speak to someone like Mikey Scars Jr., like someone like him, but like if your cousin's sister's brother was somebody, all due respect, there's not much I can do for you. It's just not really, I think something that would work on this channel. But yeah, send me an email. We'll see what's up. I have not been to the Mob Museum, but it's a great place from what I understand for sure. What else do we have here? Okay, YouTube Premium members count for like 10 cents a view. Okay, well there you go. So you make something, I guess. Yes, it depends what time it is, but yes, absolutely, absolutely. I got to do my own sports show at 4 o'clock, but yeah, I'm gonna stop in. For sure. I was talking with RJ earlier. Thanks, Cleve. I appreciate that, brother. Stat Young Cavallari, the Marlboro Man. Wow, big name there. I watch weekly. Definitely the best of mob history channels on YouTube. Glad I caught the tail end of a live episode. Salute. Thank you, Marlboro Man. I'm going to attempt this week to do a show on the Carrazos, the Carrazzo brothers. That'll be interesting. So check out that show, I think, on Saturday. Well, there you go. I didn't see that comment until just now. So yeah, we'll do something over the week. No, I've not done anything on Danny Green. Maybe at some point I will. Thank you, Crowder. I was in Streeterville. That's where I stayed. That's like downtown. I was in Lakeview up by Wrigley Field. I was moving around. I was down on Michigan Avenue. Just hanging around. Yeah, I will. I would love to do like a live show at the Mob Museum that I'm going to try to coordinate between the Mob Museum and Barstool, maybe a night with me and maybe Scott or something. I would hope maybe some of you guys come out and maybe try to do that. I think that would be a cool live event to do. I'm trying to kind of get that going in the new year. No, no one from the DeMeo crew is getting out. You could still drop it, brother. Absolutely. Anybody can drop anything. We all have different views on some of this stuff. Some of us overlap as well. It is what it is. You don't have to, though. I mean, we all do videos. You're a good dude, man. I don't care about them. I loved some of them. They all watch too, so I don't really care. But all right, guys, I'm gonna wrap the show up. As I said, go check out the new channel from Dom Chikali. We're gonna hope to speak to him soon. I think you guys are gonna really like it. Check it out. See what it's got going on over there. It's pretty interesting stories. I just dropped it in the chat. I'm gonna wrap this thing up, guys. I thank you for being here. I thank you for checking in. I thank you for watching. And I thank you for the love as always. I urge you to check our new video out on Saturday. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. And thanks for being here as always. If you ever need me, you can email me, the sitdown777 at gmail.com. The sitdown777 at gmail.com. There's my email if you'd like to contact me. Until next time, we'll see you later.